So in this demonstration, we're going to do a CMA search, and we're going to do it in two parts. So this is part one. This is going to be how you create a CMA from listings you already have chosen. So we're going to compare a house that I have listed on Ravines Drive. You simply go to search, hit residential. And obviously you can imagine you could involve maps in doing this, but to keep it simple, I'm just going to use the search on one street, because if I go into map searches, all I'm going to get is more results. But on the street, I know there's a few already that have sold. So I'm going to list active and sold for the last 2 years on a street in Bedford called Ravines Drive. So as I keep tabbing, you see the count updating. So now we're down to 8. And they're all detached on that street, so there's no need to kind of create something else. And the way you create the CMA is when you hit search, it'll display for you all your results. One of the things I always like to do is sort them by listing. So I see the active ones. There's the one I have listed. And I can see all the sold ones. So this is not exactly what you'd like to send to a client. It's very tabulated and data driven, so it does not exactly appear presentable to a client. So what we're going to do with this is take it into something called Cloud CMA, which will create a package for you, and it's really, really neat. We're going to do a Cloud CMA session separately, but for now I'm just going to show you how to get there rather quickly. So you choose all the listings you want to add into this. If there's ones you want to exclude, you can exclude it by just unchecking it. But for now, we're going to leave everything in there. You go to Actions and put them in Cloud CMA. When you do that, you just name the CMA. The subject property is 159 Ravines Drive, Bedford, and the address gets completed for you. I believe the square footage of the house was 3,500. It's got 5 bedrooms and 4 baths. And you hit Fetch Listings. It'll grind together a little report for you. It's actually not little, it's quite intensive. It has good information out here. One of the things I always like to keep sure again is to have the statuses of the properties being the way they are sorted. So I don't get an active, a sold, an active, and a sold. I like to get all the actives and all the solds in one go. And then you hit Customize Report. Again, we're going to do a different session on this, but you could add and remove certain parts into the CMA individually. But once this is done, you hit Publish Report. And it does its thing. And then you have a published report. I want to warn you about something. When these reports are made, they're rather big. Downloading them and emailing them to people will not work. The files are usually rather large because the pictures are actually high resolution. So I'm trying to download this whole report, and I'm going to download it just for testing's sake to show you how big it is. This one might not be that bad, but some of them can be quite large. So you click on View. And there's the report. You could always upload a picture here if you wanted to. It allows you to do that. We're going to go through that a little bit later. But there's a map. There's all my sold listings, all the active listings. The sold broken down a little bit further. The actives broken down a little bit further. And then the details of each one. And these pictures are actually high resolution. So if somebody opens up this picture on a laptop and zooms right in, these pictures are quite high res, so you could tell when I zoom right in, you could see the reflection of the granite in the picture. And basically all you're going to do is send them this link. This is the link that you copy and paste into your email to send this package to anybody or to print it. So again, you would send this link to somebody at the front desk, for example, to get it printed for you. So if I downloaded this, just to show you what kind of file size we're dealing with, it's 29 megabytes. Most people you email a file that size to will not receive it. So, as a matter of fact, I don't think any would receive it. But you can download it and keep it for your purposes. It's quite good to have on your computer just in case you want to search it again. You don't have internet. It's quite useful. And I recommend using this style of creating market analysis reports for anybody highly. And that's it for CMA.